Welcome to another 5-pound dinner challenge where we try to feed the whole family for just under 5 pounds. Today, we're making watercress soup. Very simple and it easily feeds for very hungry people. First, we prepare our aromatic vegetables. Today, we're using onion and celery just to maintain that bright green color for the soup. Doesn't have to be too fine because we're going to liquidize the whole soup later. Just want to cut them enough to speed up the cooking. And the celery. Save the leaves for garnish later. Now, let's sweat some vegetables. Medium-high heat. We add a bit of olive oil. Vegetables in. And we cook them without color to evaporate the water content of the onion and the celery, to concentrate their flavors, especially the sweetness of the onions. We season with a bit of salt. This will also help them release the liquids. While that's cooking, we'll prep our potatoes. We peel our potatoes, but we're gonna save the potato skin to make some crispy skin in the oven. Nothing goes to waste. The potato really is the hero of the dish. I know it sounds better to call it watercress soup, but this really is a potato soup flavored with a bit of watercress. Now, skin goes on this tray. We season very generously with salt, black pepper, and a very generous amount of olive oil. Give it a mix, try to form one even layer. And this goes into a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 20-30 minutes. We dice our potatoes. Again, because we're gonna liquid dice the soup, don't worry too much about how fine they are. Honestly, this feeds 6 people. Probably feeds 8 if I used all the potatoes. Now, we check on our vegetables. The onion and the celery are translucent. Add our potatoes, and we top this up with just enough water to cover everything. Bring this back to a boil. Put the lid on and let it simmer at medium heat until the potatoes are softened. About 15-20 minutes. About 5 minutes before the soup is ready, we stir fry. Whoa! We stir fry the rest of our celery. One way to get rid of the really tough bits is that you take the bottom, you break it apart, and you pull. This way, you remove all the chewy bits from the outer stalks. I know I did 0 waste, but you don't want to chew this. For a stir fry, we slice it at a bias. So you cut through the fiber to make sure they're less chewy. We keep the leaves separately because they cook much faster. Perfect. Let's stir fry from celeries. Very hot wok. We add a very generous amount of vegetable oil or any high smoke point oil to the wok to season it. If you have a non-stick, you can skip this step. We swirl it around and we drain away most of it. Now, high heat. Once the oil is shimmering, celeries go in. That's the sound you want to hear. Season with salt, black pepper. Once they're translucent on the outside, the leaves go in. And that's it. And we have some beautiful celery ready. Now, we check on our crispy potato skin, judging from the smoke. Okay, today we made burnt potato skin, but remember, cook it for 20 minutes only. Our potatoes have softened. Now we deal with the watercress. So the watercress gives us color and flavor. And to maximize the flavors and maintain this wonderful green color, you want to cook it as little as possible. To make it more fail-proof, we're going to blanch them in boiling water briefly and immediately run it under cold water to maintain the freshness and the color. Watercress in, and we literally cook them for 30 seconds until the stalks have softened a tiny bit. The same goes with mint. A lot of people, when they make mint sauce, it doesn't turn out green at all. That's because the mint has been in contact with the heat for way too long. And that's it. And this will cool it down immediately. Now, we add this, okay, maybe not like that, directly to the blender, and we ladle our soup. And we blitz. Perfect. Let's plate one, shall we? drizzle, tiny bit of extra virgin olive oil, bit of black pepper, and of course, with any comfort food, we mop it up with some bread. This is watercress soup for 4 very hungry people with stir-fried celery and burnt potato skin on the side. I really hope you enjoy. Oh, that was a mess.